On the world of sport this morning, we have the owner of True Vintage, David Croswell. Of course, we have True Vintage herself, and of course Robert Higgins from the Tasmanian Greyhound Racing Board and the Hobart Greyhound Racing Club. Well, David, a great thrill obviously for Margaret, who prepares the bitch to win this award, but it wouldn't be any surprise.
No, she's been a great bitch all the year, and she's took out most of the feature events throughout the north and the south, so I suppose she's worthy of the Greyhound of the Year.
Well, she's also Mum of the Year because about 10 days ago she's had a litter of pups.
Yeah, she produced 8 pups from Buka Sunset, and there's 6 of them surviving at the moment, and they're quite nice pups actually.
Is she the very doting mother?
Oh, she looks after them really well, yeah.
Well, have you had any offers for them? Obviously they'd be highly priced.
Yes, there's been offers not only in Tasmania but throughout Australia for them, but decide to keep them all. If they don't make the racetrack, they'll make a nice house pet.
You've had so many good greyhounds. I can go back to a dog like Highland Summer, who won a Launceston Cup, as of course True Vintage has done. But is she your best one?
I would say she is, yes. She's Highland Summer, he got Greyhound of the Year, so did Highland Summer's father, Summerdown Chief. So like it's kicked on over the years, sort of thing. 3 Greyhounds of the Year. It's a great treat, actually.
Well, she loves racing. Any chance of us seeing her on the track again?
I believe she'll come back racing in about probably 3 or 4 months. She went out as sound and no injuries, so she hasn't lost any of her figure since she raced, so I believe she'll be back in probably 3 or 4 months. We have Robert Higgins, of course, to present the trophy on behalf of the Greyhound Racing Board. So, Robert, I'll leave that up to you.
Thank you, Peter. David, on behalf of the Tasmanian Greyhound Racing Board and, of course, in conjunction with ANSET, we'd like to present you with this trophy this year. You won both the awards. True Vintage has stamped herself as probably one of the best greyhounds to have raced in Tasmania, certainly in the last 20 years, and a deserving winner of both awards here on this particular occasion. So congratulations, David.
Thank you very much, Robert. I'd also like to thank the Greyhound Racing Board for this trophy, and all those connected with it on the panel for the Greyhound of the Year.
Don't go yet, David. Of course, it's the ANSET Greyhound of the Year, and their representative, Tony Powell, is with us on World of Sport this morning. And Tony has another presentation as well.
Thank you, Peter. Once again, this year, ANSET is very happy to be associated with the Launceston Greyhound Club and the Greyhound fraternity in Launceston in sponsoring the Greyhound of the Year and the most competitive greyhound for 1987-88. David, on behalf of ANSET, I'd like to present to you a trip for 2 to either Sydney or Adelaide for the Greyhound of the Year, and a return trip for 2 to Melbourne also for the most competitive Greyhound of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank ANSET for these 2 trips.
She's getting frisky, you see.
Yes, she wants to get back to the track, I think.
Typical female. Flighty.
Yes.
Yes, well, ANSET will be back again next year for this season, Tony.
No doubt, yes, we'll be sponsoring again next year, Peter.
Oh, that's great. And Robert, once again, the board will be involved with the Greyhound of the Year.
Certainly, Peter, and on behalf of the board, we'd like to thank TASTV and, of course, Tony from ANSET for being here today, and Ray James for a lot of his background work. We're very appreciative. This is one of the rare codes of racing that we're able to bring the product into the studio, so thank you very much, Peter.
Well, Ray produces this program. Of course, he goes back a long way. He goes back to Blacktop. It died about 30 years ago. Anyhow, to refresh our memories with this magnificent bitch, True Vintage, she took out the Launceston Cup at White City. Let's have a look at the finish of that race.
And away they go. True Vintage got away slowly, but she's gathering early speed. Fletcher leads. True Vintage goes to it, and Some Gain makes a line of 3 at the first corner. Around it they go, and the favourite hit the front. True Vintage hit the front. The crowd roared 300, and she dashed clear. 5 in front of Fletcher. Some Gain, Family Chariot. Off the track, the Naven Bandit, Blue Ziggy, well back in the field to go. Redream and White Gigolo was last, but onto the corner, and it's all True Vintage. It's just going to be 4 from 5, 4 from 4 out of box 5, and True Vintage races to the line to win it by 10.